Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. My name is Stacey and I'm an affair recovery coach, and I specialize in helping unfaithful women heal from their affair and create the change in their life that they've been searching for. Okay, so if you would like to work with me, I will leave all the description. I will leave all the information in the description box below, and you can check all that out. You can find me there, and there's a link to set up a one-on-one free chat with me. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so in today's video, I really just kind of wanted to have maybe a sit-down chat with you guys, because something came to my attention that I didn't really think was a problem until now. So one of my clients scheduled, the free one-on-one with me, and she said, I was so embarrassed, I almost didn't reach out to you. And that just really broke my heart, because it never occurred to me that it would be embarrassing, to seek help. So in this video, I want to talk about 3 important reasons I believe that someone who has had an affair should seek help. Now, I'm not saying, hey, you have to seek help from me. I'm just saying this is the reasons that I believe you should seek help from somewheres. So let's get into that. So after my affair, I had a therapist. My husband and I had a couples therapist, but I really couldn't find a lot of help for myself personally and the things that I was going through. Of course, I had a couple of friends who were really faithful to me, and they, stood by my side and they helped me, but they really couldn't help me to the extent that I needed help, because, there are some things that we need to talk about as the unfaithful spouse. There is some things that we need to talk about, because talking brings healing. Getting the thoughts that go on in your head out and giving voice to them, having the ability to bounce that thought off of someone else and hearing someone else's perspective does bring healing to us. So I didn't have that, to that extent. So one of the reasons that I believe it's important to seek help after your affair ends excuse me, is because you need to be able to talk with someone who has been where you are, who understands what goes on behind the scenes of infidelity. Now, a lot of times when you have affair recovery and you're in therapy, they're going to talk about, for me, for instance, my therapist. So she wanted to talk about, what went wrong in the marriage, how I could help my husband heal, that type of thing. Why did I have an affair? Those were the things that she really wanted to focus on, which are necessary. I'm not saying they're not necessary. They are. But as an individual, personally, I needed help on how do I get through grief? How do I get past this feeling of I just need closure? How do I answer this question of, is he thinking about me too? Is he over me quickly? Is he moving on with his life and this isn't fair, and I still love him, but I love my husband too? How do I get past all of these things? Now, she wasn't able to help me with those questions because she hadn't been there personally. That's what I call the behind the scenes. She did not know what to do. So I was essentially on my own. And, being a Christian, I had God there with me, and he really brought information into my life. He really just directed me and helped me understand these things. And since my affair has ended and I'm through recovery, then I have learned how to, put into words the help that I found. I've learned the tools. I've learned all these things, what they are. And now I see how beneficial my recovery was and how beneficial it can be for you. So that's why I believe it's essential that we get help and not feel embarrassed about it. We need help. We need to be able to, number one, we need to be able to feel like we're not alone. It is so isolating when you have an affair and everyone is judging you and you feel like you can't talk about your side. You feel like you don't have a right to feel the grief or whatever is going on with you. You feel all alone. And that is so hard, because when you're isolated like that, you don't have someone to say, hey, you're not alone. It's okay. Grief is a part of this. You're going to go through it. You're going to be sad, but you will get through it. You know, you don't have someone saying, hey, this is where you could get stuck potentially if you don't know how to get out, you know, and hey, I'm here for you. Do you need a chat? Just call me, just text me, and we can just talk. And some of my sessions, with my clients, we just talk, because that's what they need at that moment. But don't be embarrassed. Now, I realize that society has put us, you know, in a box, in this certain place, labels us, tells us what we should feel, what we shouldn't feel. You did this to yourself, you know, you hurt yourself, you hurt your family. How dare you need to, you know, time to seek help, that type of thing. But even though all of that is true, we still, sorry for the pause. We still need help. We still need that individual care. You know, it's like, say you cut yourself, you know, someone who cuts themselves, which is terrible, and it's very heartbreaking for people who do that. But what if they went to the hospital and people wouldn't help them because they did it on purpose, you know? I'm sorry, I can't help you. You're not going to get the care you need. And that, you know, to us, that would be like, well, that's ridiculous. Your job is, as a hospital, is to help people no matter how they got hurt, right? And it's the same thing with this. We emotionally hurt ourselves, not you know, taken away from the hurt we've caused others, but we've emotionally hurt our own selves. So we need help. We need emotional care, and that's what seeking help from an affair recovery specialist for the unfaithful will bring to you. It will bring that help. It will bring that healing and that care that you need. Another reason I believe we need to seek help and not be embarrassed is because of the tools that's offered. You know, we can get stuck. We can get stuck in grief and stay there for years. Unfortunately, I did. I didn't know how to manage the emotions I was going through. I didn't know the roadblocks that I was going to face. I didn't know any of that, and I didn't know how to get out. And I see a lot of my clients struggle on those milestones that I was hitting, but staying stuck in. And you don't have to, you know, you don't have to live in shame forever. You don't have to live in guilt. You don't have to live in grief. You can get up from this. You can get better. And that's why it's so important to have someone help you get up, help you get better, help you face tomorrow and find out, hey, why did I do this? You know, that's what that person is there for. And even though infidelity is embarrassing, you know, even though there is, you know, labels that come with it, it still doesn't mean that you're not valuable. It doesn't mean that you don't deserve the help. You do deserve the help. You are valuable. You mean something to God. It's important that you take care of yourself, because when you take care of yourself, when you learn how to love yourself first, then you can fully love others around you. And the first step of loving ourselves is getting the emotional healing that we need. So this is, you know, 3 of the reasons why I believe it's important to seek help after your affair ends and not to feel embarrassed. Because when you get with someone who has been there and you get with that right person, there's no judgment there, because they know where you're coming from. At least there's not supposed to be anyways, but they know where you're coming from. So just to recap those 3 reasons: 1, you're not alone; 2, it's important to vent what's going on with you; and 3, you need the tools that will help you keep moving through recovery. You will not get stuck. You want to move through this, and you want to grow from this. You want to come out of recovery completely healed, completely changed. You want to be that person that God created you to be, and that person that you really want to be. Because I know for myself, I felt like I was not myself. You know, in the affair, I just wasn't myself. And you don't, that feeling of not knowing who you are and feeling like you're living a double life is just such a crazy feeling. But you want to be able to get through that. You want to be able to say, hey, this is who I am in Christ. I'm grounded. That was my past, and I have a great future. So that's some of the places that we want to get to. Now, I have just uploaded a new podcast that I'm really excited about, and it's called Living in Crazy Town, The Double Life of Infidelity. And I share with you my story and some of my struggles of feeling like I was crazy. So be sure to go and check that episode out. I think it will help you bring some comfort to your life. If you have any questions about this video, please leave them down below. And again, please, please, please don't feel embarrassed, or even if you do feel embarrassed, please still seek out help, because it would be so beneficial for you to get the help you need, get the support you need. Because when you come out of recovery, which recovery has an end, I always say that recovery has a beginning and recovery has an end. Don't let people tell you that you will stay marked by this forever. No, we come out better. That's what God says. We come out better. And when you come out of this, you will come out with a wealth of knowledge of, who you are, who God is, and where you're going. And of course, emotional stability. We all want emotional stability. And that is something that you will learn with me, especially. I really teach you how to be content with where you are. So, all right, I hope you found this video helpful. I know it wasn't really like a teaching video like I normally do, but I just feel like I needed to encourage you guys who, those of you who are feeling embarrassed, I didn't realize that was an issue, to please don't feel embarrassed. Please seek help. And again, like I said, it doesn't have to be from me. It can be from any other affair recovery specialist. Just make sure that they know, what they're doing. They've been involved with infidelity, and they are going to be able to give you the best possible care that you need. So, okay, guys, I love y'all. I'll see y'all next time. And until then, remember, your mistakes do not define who you are. Bye.